Hi everyone, I'm Sabi from Camera Collective and I'm here to show you what the Sigma 10 to 18mm lens can do, so let's begin. So Sigma's latest ultra-wide zoom lens, the 10 to 18mm, has been released and it comes with a very pleasant f2.8 aperture, making it truly interesting. This lens stands out because it's very challenging to find a similar ultra-wide zoom lens with such specifications from other manufacturers. But what's even more exciting is that the lens is incredibly compact, has a lightning-fast autofocus, beautiful image quality, and is available in 3 different mounts. So it really seems very promising. Let's take a closer look at these fantastic features. From the name DC DN, it's clear that we are talking about an APS-C lens. The 10 to 18mm focal length when converted to full frame is approximately 15 to 27mm, providing an extremely useful and practical ultra-wide zoom range. Combined with the f2.8 aperture, this makes it a great lens that will perform well in darker conditions on cameras with smaller sensors. As mentioned, it is available with 3 different mounts: Sony E, Leica L and Fuji X. This is interesting because this 10 to 18mm APS-C lens could be suitable for different reasons in each of these systems. For Sony, it's a perfect choice for both photo and video on crop sensor cameras. It can also be practical for some full-frame cameras, especially those that crop into the sensor at 4K 50fps, making it difficult to achieve a truly wide focal length unless using an APS-C ultra-wide lens. While Panasonic doesn't have an APS-C camera in the market with Leica L mount, the mentioned 4K 50fps crop is present, making this lens a great choice for video shooting as well. As for the Fuji system, it's undoubtedly useful since they only sell APS-C cameras alongside their medium format lineup. Therefore, this new lens will be incredibly beneficial for both photo and video on the Fuji system. But let's not rush too far ahead and let's take a look at how the lens is built externally. As I mentioned, the lens is incredibly compact and lightweight. For example, I can completely hide it in my palm, which is truly surprising. There are several positive aspects to this, but with this ultra-wide field of view, I believe it really shines when mounting on a gimbal and handling the lens, as the camera won't be front-heavy, making sure that there is a good balance between the body and the lens. There are no switches on it, but both the focus ring and the zoom ring are easily and smoothly adjustable. The lens has a filter diameter of 67mm, which emphasizes its compact size. The lens hood can also be attached to this using a completely new attachment method. Instead of screwing it on, you simply press the lens hood onto the lens by aligning the 2 indicators and it stays in place. However, honestly, I didn't find this method very convenient because it requires precise alignment, can only be attached in 2 positions, and you need to pay careful attention to make sure it connects correctly. It might be a matter of getting used to it, as it was my first time trying something like this, and I naturally prefer the screwing method. However, it is certain that you need to be aware of this and cannot do it blindly. Apart from that, the entire lens is made of high-quality materials and is, of course, resistant to drops and splashes, so you can confidently use it even in bad weather conditions. Autofocus-wise, I can tell you the same as with all modern Sigma lenses. The internal stepping motor is incredibly fast and performs extremely well on modern mirrorless cameras. I tested it with an S5 IIX and it was very convincing. I had no issues whatsoever. Regarding image quality, I don't want to bore you with nitpicking tests, so I'll talk about usability and my experiences based on real shots. Overall, I was very satisfied with the lens in this regard as well, and it pleasantly surprised me in a few aspects, positively speaking. It delivered sharpness nicely throughout the entire range from 10mm to 18mm, even with the wide open f2.8 aperture. I didn't notice much chromatic aberration, and even in in backlit situations, it performed absolutely fine. I could only see it at the most contrasty edges of the image. However, what really amazed me was the level of distortion, which was almost negligible even at the widest 10mm. This is quite rare for such an ultra-wide zoom lens with good brightness, so for me, this was a serious positive feature. Another characteristic commonly found in wide-angle lenses is a good close focusing capability, and this lens is no exception. In fact, it takes it to a whole new level. As you can probably see from the sample shots, to achieve the minimum focus distance, the front element of the lens almost touches the subject, allowing for extremely close focusing. This is especially extreme around 10mm, but still provides excellent close focusing even at the 18mm end, making macro-style photos and videos very achievable. Now let's talk a bit about usability, as ultimately this is perhaps the most crucial aspect. With the Leica L-mount sample lens, I mainly used it for video, but the Sony or Fuji versions can be used very effectively for photography on APS-C sensor cameras. Whether it's landscape photography, architectural photography, or even astrophotography, it performs very well. However, for video, it might be even more versatile, as it works perfectly with both APS-C cameras and full-frame cameras with the 4K 50fps crop mode. I really enjoyed having an ultra-wide high-aperture zoom lens even at 50fps and in crop mode, especially when paired with the gimbal. This allows for capturing dynamic footage of wide spaces, beautiful buildings, or anything else that requires a wide field of view. Thanks to its lightweight and compact size, it's easy to balance on a gimbal in no time. Of course, it's also a huge help when shooting handheld due to its lightweight and compact nature. Furthermore, it is a perfect addition to the previously released 18 to 50mm f2.8 lens, providing a constant f2.8 aperture from 10mm to 50mm, covering the entire range with just two compact lenses for APS-C cameras is a great opportunity in my opinion. In conclusion, I was very satisfied with the new 10 to 18mm lens, and I believe it should be the top choice for APS-C cameras when it comes to ultra-wide angle lenses. In fact, this is the kind of a lens I would consider buying even for my full-frame cameras, specifically for the 4K 50fps crop modes, as there isn't really another option with such aperture and compactness. So that's all I wanted to say in this video. I hope you liked it or found it useful. If so, please let me know in a form of a like, subscribe to my channel for more content like this, and leave a comment about your opinion of this new Sigma lens. Thank you very much for watching, and see you guys in the next video.